Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this hot, sunny afternoon, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Shuttleworth the guy, aka the GOAT artist, LB, Lauderdale Boss, RainGangRadio.com. In the building. Euro time. Special Sunday night fight. Pay-per-view. Got the gang here. Remix. Wrong. Pilot, where you at?
Yo, yes, sir, man. Yo. Yeah, I don't know. Pilot might have had a hard night or something like that, or he must have had a wild night, because that dude might still be dead to the world, But he ain't really elevating right now. He might be just down somewhere. But that's what's up. Sometimes it bees like that, yo. But yeah, like Rain Gang in the house, forever and always, man. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's good, y'all? You don't know who this is? King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio, what up?
Yes, sir. King P, Bodega P in the house, man. Straight from the sewer, except, he's above ground today, taking a break from fighting crime, fighting all these derelicts that are out there in New York City, especially since, shit is getting warmer now and people are getting vaccinated. Is that right, King P?
Yep. I'm not yet, but you know what I'm saying? It's a hot summer. Like my boy Killer Cam said, it's going to be a hot summer.
Yes, sir.
In boxing, in the streets, and whatever. It's going to be a hot summer. Not a hot girl summer, not a hot boy summer. We don't do that over here.
Is it a maskless summer up there?
Maskless summer.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, word? Damn.
No. We haven't gotten that ignorant yet.
Well, Massachusetts, it's already started. In Massachusetts, there's no mask so far, at least for you're vaccinated. So,
don't vacation in Florida then, nigga. Talking about we haven't got that ignorant yet. All right. We have some nigga waiting to bite your face off too, nigga. Come down here.
Nigga, what else is new in Florida?
I'm sure you will, with bath salts and everything.
It's a lot of next shit happens in Florida. That's not really a surprise.
They keep fucking shooting up Miami every fucking weekend. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, Florida is like the epicenter of all types of fuckery. Fuckery that even I'm afraid of. Nigga, so, and I get into fuckery. So it was like, yeah, Florida be on some next shit, But last and certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Certainly not least, nigga. You said it right, motherfucker. You already know who it is. It's your boy Ron, top 5, Chicago's own, South Side. What's good? Yeah.
Yes, sir. We got Roman House, aka Chicago Win, because he leaves these niggas in the breeze, man. Top 5, that's real talk, man. That's
coming soon.
And it's good to have him because he be busy and whatnot. He'll be on the cast, I guess. So it's always good to have him on there. When he's available, he can make some time, or whatever. And that's real. So yeah, it's an afternoon podcast because of rarity. We have a pay-per-view later on tonight, which we've already previewed, which is Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a whole bunch of fuckery on that shit. I mean, there's gonna be, there can't not be. If there's no fuckery, then this event probably failed.
I mean, you already got some updates in the fuckery with Badu Jack's fight.
Yeah, Badu Jack and having fucking Jean Pascal like popping dirty for 4 PEDs, my nigga, 4. It's like shame on you, bro. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's more than Big Baby.
Maybe he's auditioning for the new Universal Soldier.
Right? What I'm saying? Trying to be Captain Haiti or some shit like that, nigga. What the fuck? It's like
Captain Haiti.
Yeah. Mike.
Man.
I mean, two different versions of one steroid, EPO, which Big Baby got popped for, because that shit, if you on that shit, nigga, you got stamina for days. Never mind fucking.
Damn, I wonder if he took the vaccine. I mean, he put everything else inside his body, so I mean.
Yeah, and then also Tren too, like another popular steroid around if you go to certain hardcore gyms, man. So yeah, Pascal, you fucked up the best fight on the card because you realized them beating some Kovalev diminished you, and you couldn't, you realized that the end was near. So Yeah, we got some possible undercard fuckery that might be waiting for us. So yeah,
and Logan Paul is like damn near almost 40 pounds weight advantage over Floyd. Don't know if that's gonna help him or not.
Yeah, I don't know that either. I mean, obviously the boxing brain in us, obviously clearly says that Floyd will put Logan Paul away with a body shot once he gets tired. Which he will. So I mean, and then the other is like, but I mean, obviously the fuckery would be like if Logan should actually either start manhandling Floyd because he's a wrestler and wrestlers do have a skill set to do that, or God forbid Logan actually drops Floyd legit because of the weight advantage. That's probably even more rare. Like I just don't see that because Floyd would have to be super washed or careless for that to happen.
Yeah, Floyd actually looked more in shape this time than he was for the McGregor fight.
Yeah, I mean, and he would have to because for boxers, like I said, weight advantage is everything. Like skill, like weight advantage and skill. Sometimes a weight advantage can cancel out a skill advantage to a degree. If Floyd was facing, let's say, a fucking Anthony Joshua or a Wilder, then obviously, then there's a big chance that Floyd would get knocked down or knocked out. That type of shit because those heavyweights at least have a skill level up there that's comparable to a pro. Logan Paul does not. I mean, if you saw his fight with KSI, that's what you're going to get tonight. Maybe with a little bit more wrinkles in his game, but that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, because he's had well enough time to improve, and I don't know if he want his younger brother outshining him for a whole another year and shit.
Yeah, because Logan Paul has no wins as a pro. He only has that one loss to his fellow YouTuber, and like I said, neither of them looked that great, but
he didn't look that bad either. Like you could tell he had a jab, but you could tell that's like the only thing he really got drilled on in the gym because that's like the best punch he throws.
Right. So you
don't need more than that for Floyd.
Yeah. So if you're out there, if you're buying it tonight, or watching it somewhere, legally, then like I said, I'll temper your expectations. Just enjoy the fuckery, and then maybe some of the legit fights on the undercard and whatnot. But don't go too fucking crazy about this fight. Floyd knocks him out because that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, this ain't the fight where you tell all your homeboys like, hey, the Floyd fight on. Nah, it's not that.
Nah, it's not that at all, man. That's your public service announcement for Mayweather versus Paul, man. So
he gonna pick that nigga apart. Period.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Floyd. I mean, it only happens pretty much success for Logan would be if he can actually manage to clinch Floyd repeatedly. Because honestly, that's probably the only thing in this game that will probably be effective against Floyd. Because Floyd doesn't have the strength to push Logan Paul back. He doesn't.
And then when you start hearing them boos, and people going to be like, "Why are you tying up and clinching a smaller man?"
And that might be the only way. And honestly, that's probably the only way that Logan Paul will probably survive this without exposing his body enough. Because there will be a liver shot.
Same big niggas around the world.
Yeah, like Floyd was going to show you tonight how to be a less inexperienced big nigga in there. Like that's real. Like he's going to show you how it actually gets done. Like the stuff that you see if you got to go to the gyms, or you might see maybe in on YouTube or whatever. He's gonna give you a pay-per-view demonstration of that shit. So
or you can just find any world star fight where it's a short guy with hands fighting a big for nothing, big for no reason ass dude, and yeah.
This thing had to put that shit in. Now that's sometimes that shit is more on the level than than what this shit is, man. So
yeah. Oh man, but yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But we about to
I got
top ranked previews.
Yeah, but I gotta say, what up to Dead Game Boxing Salute, Official Scorecard Boxing Science, and Fight Film. And yes, Fight Film, it is fake fight, guys. Of course we know what it is, but you know how it is, man. Boxing has this notoriety with having shit like this. But boxing has a fascination with the carny. So yeah, so we definitely had to do this PSA.
The boxing game is slowly morphing into the wrestling game.
Yeah. So it's pretty much that's how it goes, man. So yeah, we definitely had to get that PSA, on there because clearly after tonight and for a couple of days it will probably be what most people talk about. because unfortunately people will not talk about some of the fights that are coming up in the next couple of weeks unless some more fuckery happens.
Because it's a lot of mid though, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of
fucking mid.
Yeah,
what they got going on?
Yeah, so pretty much the first one right now we're gonna run through the top rank cards for.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The mid should not outweigh the piff. So don't forget about the mid shouldn't make you forget about the piff. If it's piff, it's piff.
I mean, truthfully, this Floyd shit is mid too. But this is mid. This is the beginning of some mid.
Nah. Once the Pascal fight got taken off, like this shit went from mid to like high Reggie. I don't know. Like I wouldn't call it mid anymore. Like. Maybe Black and Mild. I don't even know if I want to call that mid. Like,
yeah, no,
like
yeah.
Shit. Out of all these cards, the Charlo card is the best card, and that's still mid because the main event is like trash.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely get to that because I definitely have my views on that card.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get, but yeah, definitely gotta hit the top rank card, man. Because the next one is next Saturday, and of course it features none other than Shakur Stevenson in the main event versus someone who is unknown to us, Jeremiah Nakafila. So now that fight came about because now as everyone knows, Shakur Stevenson, he gave up his featherweight belt to move up to 130, which the WBO's rules states would institute him as the mandatory challenger. And the challenge, and of course, the champion at 130 is Jamel Herring, who came off an impressive knockout of Carl Frampton. So, but Frampton, however, wants to go unify with Oscar Velez, who's also riding a wave of popularity, at least in that division, with his brutal knockout of Miguel Berchelt. So we have a situation where they had to figure some shit out. So Stevenson. So the WBO is like, you know what? Let's create an interim belt. And the WBO does not create interim belts like that. They don't do that. They do it for when they do it. Whoever has those interim belts, they either become champions or they will face the actual champion. So I'll give them their props for that.
Right.
Oh, go ahead, Rome.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm learning.
Now you saying right.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. So yeah. So now we got Shakur Stevenson in the main event against Nambi. I think he's Nambian puncher. I think he's a Nambi. But he's like 21-0 with 17 knockouts. So pretty much I think the only thing now everyone knows Shakur Stevenson has skills. And then he's probably a perfect example of what people would call sweet sciencing. That's like the latest term to describe someone who has skills and doesn't necessarily go into a second gear to actually try to get rid of their opponents, but just likes to steadily break them down over and over again.
No, outbox them, because break them down actually leads to knockouts.
That's also true.
So it's sweet science and boxing off, boxing people to death.
Yeah.
But do you think the sweet science is the nigga only able to box right and not able to have that killer instinct, or what? What you think that is? That make a nigga not go to the next level and knock a nigga out? Because isn't that the goal? You don't want to really fight 12 rounds every time. You want to get the nigga up out of there. So why would a boxer want to just sweet science and pick them apart?
Nah, some don't mind just 12-0 a nigga.
Yeah,
but if you know
the fans mind,
you're getting everything you want, why don't you just take them out? Why just win round after round?
Now, some people have skill limitations.
Yeah, like make no we like niggas that actually know how to fight. Like I know how to box, what Shakur does too. But Shakur is facing competition that he should be. We feel like he should be putting away. Like his last fight against Toka Khan Cleary was an example of a fight that should have never heard the final bell. I'm talking about never. So and that was after a fight of the year slugfest. So that was a thing. Like I said, I've seen Stevenson 3 times live in a short career, give or take. And he scored knockouts in every single one of those fights. some of them like pretty fairly early. So it's not like he doesn't have the power.
You,
but
you lucky though. You be seeing like all these boring niggas score knockouts.
Yeah, I saw Tevin
Did you
Farmer
see the
score a
Tevin
knockout
Farmer
live.
knockout?
Yeah, I saw Tevin Farmer score a knockout live. That shit was fuck. That shit fucked with me. I was like, damn, this nigga's motivated tonight. Shit.
Like you be catching them, but now, man. So that's what it is, man. People want to see people's skills get utilized to the full, especially when dudes are in their prime. We're not talking about guys who are 35 and shit. Like these dudes are like early 20s and shit. Like
right.
Put some fucking fire to your punches and get motherfuckers out of there. Like y'all keep watching Floyd's second half of his career. Watch the first 25 fights.
Yeah, when Floyd
Stop watching the last 25.
Yeah, like when Floyd was really pretty boy Floyd, and Floyd, was an uncanny combination of defense and fast combination punching.
And y'all fall in love with all the popular bigger fights in the people's older career. Don't watch these guys when they past it or they old. Like watch them when they're young and see them put away people. None of this damn. I'll just sweet science you to death. And when people ask why I can't big fights, I'll just say people don't respect boxing. You got to make that demand, bro.
Yeah, you got to make people want to see you. Like I said, even fights like, let's say, the great sweepy, Pernell Whitaker. Pernell would put hands on you. Like, it wasn't sweet science with that dude. Dude would literally put hands on you. His power just wasn't there to where, and then once he got higher up in,
he beat the shit out your body, though.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like,
tell Hurtado he don't punch.
Yeah, I'm saying. There is a way to sweet science, but make it look good so that people know that, yeah, you trying to get rid of this guy.
Unless you want to be a damn Klitschko or damn junior lightweights.
Yeah, and I put respect on both Klitschko, especially Vlad, because
at least they got KOs at the end of the day. These guys are not even getting that.
Right.
Eddie Chambers' KO is like worth more than like a lot of these wins these guys have.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So like in this case now, Stevenson's facing someone who's actually, I made a mistake. He's 21-1 with 17 KOs. So now the thing is, like, do we think that Shakur will fall victim to the unknown African curse? Because I've only seen it. Obviously, because most people that fight in Africa, like, their competition is not, you can't really gauge them all that well unless they're like world ranked. Like, you can actually see what they're doing.
They got a certain toughness and durability about them, man. Yeah, they usually got decent power too. So
yeah, power is always something. So it's gonna be like, and the guy Shakur's facing definitely has power. He does have it. But
so hold on, we gonna get the Joet Gonzalez Stevenson, or we gonna get Stevenson that's trying to say, look, I'm nicer than Lopez, Haney, Garcia, Loma, all of them dudes.
I will say this too. Like, if he wants more interest in him fighting Jamel Herring, I would say that dude should really go for the knockout. Really attempt to go for the knockout. Like, and especially too, because obviously people are putting him with his peers. Like, even though he's not even at 135, like Haney and them, like they're putting him up there. Like, yo, he's at 130, not 135 yet, people. So it's like, yeah, I would say Shakur. Shakur needs people to pay attention. Like, Shakur needs people, like, he needs to have his name buzzing, because right now his name is not buzzing, because unfortunately Top Rank is not really is not really going all out to really
promote anybody.
Yeah,
they're not promoting anybody. Everybody at Top Rank is on the shelf,
pretty much, except Tyson. Except Tyson.
They're like the Atlantic Records of boxing right now.
God damn, bro. Shit.
See, Tyson Fury be promoting himself though. Like,
yeah, he do. Yeah, Tyson.
It's a heavyweight. You ain't gotta damn shove a heavyweight in your face every damn 20 minutes. But these little guys, nah. You gotta be stopping dudes and making performances.
Right, exactly. And like I said, Shakur is the goods with his skill. Like, make no mistake about it. He is the goods with his skill. Like, there's nothing about Shakur that makes me like, oh, this nigga can't box. He has skills, but it just depends. But also, basically, his boxing is like, what have you done for me lately? You gotta show me, like we know what we saw lately with Shakur. we needed new lately. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So okay, let's put it out there. Like, who think he gonna get the KO?
I do think in like fight in a. I do think it's going to be a body shot knockout. I do think he's gonna break him down to the body, and I think he's gonna stop him.
It's gonna be a body shot, or it's gonna be a low blow.
Yeah, Fight Film said the same shit. He said Shakur get KO'd once his opponent stopped wearing protective cups.
Yo, are we gonna get the little Tito swag, or?
Yeah, and we got Rand Josie. Says Shakur needs to start getting niggas the fuck out of there. Agreed.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Like, that's the whole premise of this shit. Like,
that's the whole.
We're not even really talking about the opponent. We talking about how this dude's supposed to look. So
yeah, because like I say, I mean, we want like make no sense. We want Shakur Stevenson to succeed, but we don't want him to be succeeding or not succeeding. Because of something that he may not be doing. You know what I mean? So.
But see, this is the thing, man. One thing I gotta say: knockouts are a part of boxing. Like. We gotta stop talking about like dudes is like so skilled, this, that, the best greatest, this, that from sliced bread, it's the best sandwich. Nah. Like when dudes can't show you the whole game.
Exactly. Like, I agree, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. If you boxing, everybody take notes. If you boxing, nigga, and every fight you going 12 rounds, you get a new trainer. Go 12 rounds with niggas every fight. You supposed to get some niggas out of there. Some niggas supposed to get you out of there. Y'all niggas really fighting for decisions. Like, fuck them judges. They be fucking up fights anyway.
Amen.
That's facts.
Man.
End it yourself. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges. End it yourself.
Facts.
And honestly, the problem is in the. And just to piggyback off what Rome said. The problem is in the younger generation. Like, I see that more now. Because if you look back at it, and I was thinking about it just the other day, I was like, damn, Emmanuel Stewart, I wonder if he would appreciate all the knockouts we're getting at the top level of boxing right now. Because I remember before he passed, that was one of his complaints.
Hell yeah.
That we weren't getting enough knockouts at the top level. And this year, we've been kind of getting knockouts at the top level. At least recently, like it's been happening. So, and a lot of these are older guys or guys who's under the water in these fights. So, if you a hot prospect, hot contender, and you the young dude who's supposed to have next, then yeah, I'm gonna expect you to get some guys out of it.
Yeah, because I mean, let's just say, because I mean, and you're right about that, because I think the temperament in the older fighters is, yeah, we want to get you out of there. Like when we just had Nonito Donaire get a slightly younger opponent out of there. Like he wasn't trying to box this nigga. Like he was boxing just to try to set up a KO, try to set up his left hook, and once he landed it, it was all she wrote. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, definitely agree with that viewpoint. Definitely agree with Rome. Rome, dropped a little jewel. You know what I'm saying? So salute to that. And before I go on, Pilot, I see that you're on, bruh. You see that you came back to life, bruh.
I woke from my slumber. What's good, y'all? What's happening?
Yeah, we're Pilot.
What's that?
Yeah. So Pilot, bruh. So what do you think about Shakur Stevenson and his opponent, his Nambian opponent Jeremiah Nakathila, who's his mandatory challenger?
Shakur is one of the most young, talented guys. Obviously, he's at 130, not 135. But yeah, when I got in there, I think you said it right, Pat. He needs to go for the KO. I mean, I think everybody agrees he needs to go for the KO so he can get that Herring fight, and ultimately maybe we can get a Valdez fight. So, I mean, I'm not too familiar with who he's facing, but Shakur definitely don't need to sweet science him, and he needs to just get him out of there. Yeah,
I mean, most of us aren't, but one thing we know about boxing is there's the unknown Asian who sometimes gets the upsets, unexpected upsets, and then after that is usually the unknown African fighter who can also make it a hard night for any opponent
who's tough as fuck. That'll take you to the brink. And then I think third is the South American puncher. So
yes,
those are the three question marks in boxing that you don't know what you could get sometimes.
Yeah. So and all three scenarios are capable of have produced some real upsets, some real, some of them brutal upsets too at that.
Might see one tonight.
Might see one tonight, indeed. Yeah, you know. I hope not. It would be fucked up if we see Badu Jack get laid out by his replacement opponent. I honestly, I'd really be aggravated.
Honestly, that's the fight I'm looking forward to the most now. And what version of Jared Herb we gonna get?
Facts.
Yep. But damn, so we all saying he should get a knockout. What's the next card with the Monster?
And also too for that scorecard. I mean, obviously we have a co-main, you know, with Jose Pedraza and and then Julian Rodriguez, who is an actual talent. I mean, that might actually maybe a slightly better fight on paper.
Damn, Top Rank, stay doing that shit. They'll give you the real main event, then they'll have the Shakur fight afterwards.
Yeah, because Julian Rodriguez is a very good prospect. I mean, he's 21 over 14 knockouts. Like, you know, he's a really good prospect. Like, dude was a star in the bubble. You know, so like, yeah, I mean, Pedraza's in for. I do think Pedraza is definitely in for a fight for sure.
But Pedraza been looking good as damn so though.
Exactly. That's why I say like
this is the fucking fight right here.
Yeah.
See, now you got me sold back on the card. Now this was mid before, but now it's like mid with like with some Checkers fries.
Oh,
like, you got something that just with some maybe some ranch, like you done spiced up the food a little bit now.
Yeah, and then obviously, you know, Top Rank has his prospects on the undercard, and then Xander Zayas is going to be on there too. You know, is one of Top Rank's top prospects. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a big name card, but you know, it should be enough to at least it'll be entertaining enough. Hopefully, knock on wood. You know what I mean? So, and then yes, and then also what you just mentioned, LB, the Monster card. The Monster card on paper looks a lot better, but in terms of who Monster's facing, now before I go into that card, like people need to stop fronting on Monster anyway. Like niggas really need to stop fronting like this dude is not a problem. Like one thing that irritates me and it irritates a lot of us is when niggas really like, yo, why is Naoya Inoue pound for pound like. You know, he fighting them lighter weights. Like no one watches this fight. Who he fight? Who he beat? You know what I mean? So it's like,
if you don't watch boxing, just say that.
Just say that. Yeah, it's like, you know, if you're familiar with the dude, he can name his fights and he can give an intelligent reason why he's not. Then yeah, okay, cool, that's fine. That'll be your opinion, and I can respect that. But if you're over here talking, well, I don't watch nothing under 122 pounds, like like they ain't no difference between 115 and 118. If you're on that type of shit with me, like we're not vibing. Like you ignorant like this. So, and I wasn't sold on Monster either, but at least I knew his fights. You know, it took me a while to get sold on Monster, but I'm sold on Monster.
Yeah, but you got people still, and you was a hard sell, shit.
Yeah,
but at least now, but yeah. Shit, this people like fuck it, nah, I ain't watching them. Fuck, fake ass Epo, I ain't watching this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Daenerys? Nah, who's Daenerys? Nah. I need more Terrence Crawford versus Jeff Horn victories.
I'm not gonna get into that. That's a whole different scenario, nigga. I'm not gonna touch that scenario, my nigga. Not gonna touch that.
All I'm saying is people gotta stop acting like in a way ain't worthy of being pound for pound. If you don't know his competition like that, then you need to
just say it.
Then just say it, like, you know. Yeah, people used to do the same shit with Chocolatito. I had somebody tell me that Chocolatito ain't fighting nobody. I'm like, I start naming people, then it's like, Brian Valoria, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Like, I mean, damn. Let me just leave it alone then.
Yeah, I mean, like it's low key annoying, and Monster is more than deserving of his pound for pound status. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude arguably is the best bantamweight in the world today.
And put respect on Jason Maloney. Like people act like and the Monster had a fucking soft touches last fight. Dude was fighting a legit top 10 contender in his prime. Something that we want champions to do. So yeah, every fight ain't gonna be a big one.
Yeah, and then official scorecard boxing signs. Yep, he dropped the signs. Payano, Rodriguez, Donaire, Maloney. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great run at bantamweight. Hell yeah. Yeah, McConnell too. Like, these.
Yeah, like I think he's bodying like 80%, well, 90% of these guys too.
Yeah, like Donaire just happened to luckily not get bodied by this nigga. Man. Donaire was close to getting bodied by Monster, and and this is more at a weight where Donaire was actually really prime rather than the featherweight featherweight run that he had. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Monster deserves this, and so now unfortunately, Top Rank before COVID canceled shit, he was supposed to face Casemiro, who's now the current. It's supposed to be a unification, who's now the current WBO bantamweight champion, and also a top fighter at 118 himself. Like he's but unfortunately, that it got canceled, and then Top Rank didn't really go to actually try to get the shit back on track. So Monster has to, after Maloney, who's still a good contender, the WBO mandatory came due. So he's fighting someone. He's fighting a Filipino fighter, Michael Dasmaranis, who, again, like not someone that I actually am familiar with either. Hold
on, so the Asian guy is fighting the unknown Asian.
Yeah.
That even work? Like, does that cancel each other out? Like,
sometimes it can.
The hard punching Filipino. That's awkward as fuck.
Sometimes sometimes it could actually happen. Because I think I would say this Monster.
It's like the nigga that goes from underground to mainstream and then brings an underground nigga on his track. So it's like the battle of the underground that was once underground.
That's a hell of a. I fucked with that. That's what that was a good one. His Monster's mandatory. He's still a puncher. Most Filipino fighters can punch their asses off. He's 32-1 with 20 knockouts. So dude has some firepower on him. So. Yeah, I think. Most people think. And myself, I think it'll just be a run-of-the-mill defense for Monster, and hopefully, for unifications with either Donaire or Casemiro. What do you guys think?
I'm one of them niggas that think that the little niggas can't fight, so I'm out of this.
What's that?
I said I'm one of them niggas that be. Like he was talking about, who say, "Oh, I don't know the difference between 115 and 118." Nigga, I don't.
Oh,
I'm in that group, so leave me out of this. I don't know how these little niggas get down, but let them get down.
Oh yeah, they will get down. Like they've been
getting down. Respect the art of getting down though. Like you ain't hating.
Yeah. No, I ain't hating. I just know that
some niggas do be like, man, I'll just step on both of them. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I just know. When it's a fight with that little weight, it's like fucking 600 punches thrown by each nigga. It's like a lot of fighting.
Absolutely.
That's to me. I don't know. Niggas throw 600 punches around, just blah, 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 blah.
I gotta get a fucking Dragon Ball fight.
Right, but at least with Monster fights, because Monster is a pound for pound hard puncher. Like he's one of the top punchers in the sport. Like Monster does.
He's like top 5, maybe top 3.
He's crushing niggas pretty much.
Yeah, he crushes. Yeah, he's one of the few top fighters that actually crushes top competition. Like it's not like there ain't no bullshit. Like motherfucker really knocks people the fuck out.
Right.
Usually like the first meaningful punch. Like
yeah.
That's a dangerous part. Like you got to go in there with some type of respectable chin and defense, or like if he hits you, you're feeling that. It's like your life bar gets orange immediately. That shit go from bright green to like orange. Like, oh shit!
I gotta check out some of his fights then, because I feel like I gotta see them niggas. I gotta see him. When I'm seeing him crush niggas, then that means he's fighting bigger than he is. So I like seeing shit like that.
Yeah, like one thing's for sure is Monster definitely punches above his weight, because like I said, the reason why he's such a hard puncher, because Donaire has someone who has a chin. Like I said after the Inoue Donaire fight, I was like, yo, Donaire took enough punishment that should put him in retirement, because he got hit so clean so often. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa too. Donaire was crushing Monster with left hooks and straight rights all over the fucking place. So yeah, it was the one thing, and yes, covert operative, salute. The ignorance of not acknowledging true greatness like Roman Gonzalez and Inoue is proliferated by absolute garbage such as the Boxing Voice and all these nonsensical LDB whack ass channels. I mean, bro, you summed all that shit up, bro. Like,
amen, a
fucking man, bro. Like, we respect, like if you can scrap, you can scrap. Flat, like, it doesn't matter what weight you're at, man. Like, if you can scrap, you can scrap. Like,
no matter what country you're from, what weight, if you can scrap, you got skills. You got skills. You know, that's the end of the story right there. But you know, there's no. Like, you can tell, like, we real fucking boxing fans, man. We talk about everybody. There's no political this, that.
Yeah.
You know, no one's shooting us no bread to say, you talk about this nobody that no one cares about.
No.
Ringgangradio.com.
Exactly. Although
now, we're not saying we won't take anything. You can shoot us something. We'll talk about what the fuck you want us to talk about.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, we
talk about our real shit too, though.
I mean, we have a Patreon, we have a PayPal. Like, if you want to shoot us something, we'll be more than happy to talk about whatever you want us to talk about. You know what I mean? You know,
but until that, we just keep it real and just keep the authenticity in fucking boxing, and just boxing's a worldwide sport. Fucking Ring Gang is worldwide. We got motherfuckers in 3 different continents, so we gonna talk about everybody. So
yeah, you know, yeah, and definitely, like, I mean, shit.
And like, the pound for pound list got fucking everybody in it, so you gotta talk about everybody. I mean, you run the risk of doing a disservice to boxing.
Facts.
If you only want to talk about the Mexican fighters on pound for pound list, or you only want to talk about the black fighters or the Americans or the Russians, whoever the fuck, you leaving people out. So
absolutely,
we don't leave people out. ain't no morph. We ain't leaving no morph behind type shit right here. Like, getting everybody.
Absolutely, and then also on this cartel, on the Monster card, I mean, has two main undercard fights that are kind of intriguing. The co-main is Michaela Mayer, who will be making her first title defense of her WBO 130 title against Erica Farias, and then also, and I think to open up the main card, we got Isaac Dogbe facing Adam Lopez. Ooh,
hold on. See, now this fight, guys. This card is made with like 2 checkers fries now. Maybe like a Dr. Pepper and some little Henny to the side or some shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a fire fight. Dogbe versus Lopez.
Yeah, like, you guaranteed a knockout in the damn main event.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't, that means someone was on PCP or something and was really motivated.
Oh, but like some weird shit happened. If we don't get a knockout in that monster fight, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. We gonna drug test people after that.
Yeah, because Monster only has 3 wins by decision. You know, 3. You know, like I said, and
only one recently, like, you know.
Yeah, and I think only 2 of them were legit. The other one was because he hurt his hand, and that's why he couldn't get to do it out of there. You know, within 12 rounds. But Adam Lopez, if you've never seen him fight, like, you're infiltrated, like, that dude like, he's famous for dropping Valdez and nearly stopping him before getting stopped himself. You know, Oscar Valdez.
No, before getting questionably stopped himself.
That's true. Yeah, questionably.
Let's tell the whole story, folks.
Yeah.
he had his foot halfway up on Valdez's ass in that fight.
Yeah,
and then, you know, Valdez a champ, you know, he turned it around, and he made it to where the ref could, you know, Tekken Tag support him or some shit.
Absolutely. So yeah, so now, I mean, but ever since then though, Adam Lopez is beginning to his fights after have been like wars, like real wars. Like, he had a war in the bubble, and then he had a brutal fight earlier this year against Jason Sanchez. Like,
and that was close, like.
Yeah, and it was dumb close.
Yo, we hyping up these fucking mid-ass cards. Yo, Top Rank, give me my fucking money.
I'm saying, right? Like, Top Rank.
Now it's like, you really got me wanting to see, like, these fights now. Like, before, I'm just like, it's fucking mid, yeah. Might go to the park or some shit. I don't know. I hit the studio that night. Now it's like, fuck it, like, y'all convincing me to see this mid now.
Yeah, like, I mean, and then, of course, like, as I mentioned before, the Monster card is one of 5 cards that's happening on the 19th, which is unparalleled. Like, this is unparalleled shit. Like, this never happened before.
You serious? Damn, yeah. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. So before I go into that, P, what are your thoughts on this on the Monster fight and then the card in general?
I'm with it. Anytime I get to see Monster is a treat. So you know what I'm saying. So you're never gonna hear me get complain about a Monster card if Monster's on the card. So
Yeah,
you know
and then we have Isaac Dogbay too. Like I mean Dogbay,
exactly.
We got to make a prediction for that fight. That's a real fight.
That's a firefight. Ooh.
Yeah. Who y'all think who y'all picking for that one?
Man, I'm gonna go with my heart on this one and say Dogbay. Dogbay he's gonna win by a knockout in round 9.
Fuck. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Dogbay too.
I'm leaning that way because like Lopez we seen Lopez ceiling a little bit, started to emerge his last fight, and Dogbay seemed like he's kind of back on track now.
Yeah, but both of them. But the only thing is, both of them are taking a lot of punishment in their fights.
The Avalos fight was a good look. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he needed that. He needed that fight. You know,
yeah,
but
Dogbay. Fuck. I want it. Would he really press for the KO though? Nah, because usually I'm the KO demon over here. I be KO, and y'all be like decision. So. And y'all saying KO, so I'm like, geez, like I don't want to be the only dude.
Well, the only reason why I'm saying KO is because Lopez has been in a lot of firefights lately. Like, Burr's been getting fucked up.
He could be hurt.
Yeah, both of these guys been in a lot of wars, so it's like I don't expect either of them to be super durable. So all it takes is enough punishment, and bam.
Dogbay got that African toughness, though, man.
Yeah, but Dogbay's too tough for his own good.
Yes, that's the problem. Yeah, because them Navarrete fights were just scary to watch after a while because he took way too much punishment.
I think Dogbay would win this if he fights smart, but I don't know. It's a tough fight. It's hard to pick because it's like who's gonna break first.
Then Lopez got skills and he got some pop too.
Yeah. But
fucking Dogbay. I don't know about KO though, but
I'll do KO. I'll say KO.
Fuck.
Pilot, what about you?
Y'all picking these KOs.
I guess I'm gonna join the party and say KO too. I'm hoping it's the KO. Shit. I think. Yeah, I mean, Dogbay showed another level. I mean, those Navarrete fights were kind of sad to watch after a while, but he's shown that he's, he could be a champion. And I think Arati the occasion, this would be a good resurgence for his career.
Yeah.
I think they'll stop him late, 8th round. Later.
Yeah. So I mean, Dogbay. I mean, like I said,
I was going to say 7th, but.
Yeah, like if Dogbay had never fought Navarrete, I'd be like, oh yeah, shit, he'll stop Lopez for sure, though. But yeah, we gotta see what type of residual damage is left for Dogbay after those 2 fights.
Because some fights you think a KO is going to happen, and then you get a Berlanga fight like last time.
And I'm gonna say it's gonna be decision. It's gonna be decision.
Decision. Okay, so you're gonna be the decision guy.
Yeah. I'll be the decision guy.
I mean,
that's what I was thinking, but I'm just like,
maybe they both took so much punishment. They both slow down. Maybe. I'm not trying to.
I ain't gonna hold you.
So it might go longer than expected.
I ain't gonna hold you. I just don't think. I question the durability of both fighters to go the full distance, especially with the way both of them fight. Yeah, you don't bet on durability. You're not gonna bet on decision with durability issues.
Right.
Fucking KO. Okay, Dogbay by KO. Yeah, I'll say anybody can get KO'd in that fight.
It's gonna be a stoppage, maybe a stoppage.
Oh yeah, I mean, I expect it to be a stoppage. Yeah,
I mean, Dogbay better win. You got 5 motherfuckers picking his ass to win. Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate those. I hate the damn episodes we had when all of us be like super confident in something, and then we're all wrong, and we texting each other like, "The fuck happened?"
Yo, that's facts. Yo, that's
I
facts.
hate that shit.
Yeah, I be leaving WhatsApp messages to L, be like, yo, what the fuck is this?
It's one thing when one of us gets something right, then it's like, yeah, you called it, okay, good shit. But when all of us is wrong, that shit rubs me the wrong way.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like nah, like
damn, a draw? Like
no, right?
the fuck going on? Like, nah, redo.
Yo, that really that's how it goes down when we watching these fights, yo. Because you know we don't like to be wrong. I mean, in a way we're like other like channels. Like we won't like what do we say? We like it to be like law, but when it's not law, we kind of like we have those moments, bruh. We have a lot of those type of moments.
So we done with the top ranked cards, like
yeah, we do, and then we
hyped them up enough. Like they seem pretty good.
Yeah, like I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, for next weekend and the 19th for Top Rank, yeah, those are pretty decent offerings or whatever. So and we definitely done with that. So on to the next one, and the one that's probably the most popular of the cards especially probably the most popular card this month, I should say, is the Triller card. Triller is it's the new kid on the block for boxing. If you've been hiding under a rock, Triller made its debut with last year with Tyson and Roy Jones in the best, probably up from top to bottom, probably the best boxing pay-per-view of that year, which wasn't saying much because there were few, but but in card wise it was really a great card. And because of that, Triller, moved on. It's like, okay, we got this revenue now, so yeah, we're gonna do this Triller Fight Club shit. So I mean, they had Jake Paul earlier this year against Ben Askren, and that card was full of fuckery. So now they actually joined. So now they actually got themselves a legitimate fight in their main event, thanks to Top Rank dropping the fucking ball. Now. Imagine that you're the unified lineal champion at 135, and you were like you say to your promoter, like, yo, I want a big fight, I want to make some champion money, and your promoters talk about nah, we're not really feeling your opponent like that, so we don't really want to pay you like that, and you go and you give them a number that they still that to be cool with, and they still don't want to do it, so you got to go. You got to go a purse bid. You got to go to the purse bid, where you can run the risk of one of your top fighters not making his first title defense on your platform. Well, that's exactly what the fuck happened with this one. Enter Triller, who won the bid over Top Rank and also Eddie Hearn at Matchroom Boxing. By putting in a bid more than Top Rank and Matchroom's bid combined with $6.01 million, which now I think because they offer they do that at a 70-30% split. So Teofimo got his money. Pretty much he'll be making $4 million minus $700,000, for Top Rank. So that was a huge embarrassment for Top Rank. To now, for that to happen, and Kambosos obviously is getting his highest payday. He's getting, he's like, pretty much like almost $2 million, minus whatever he has to give to Lou DiBella, So yeah, like so both these cats are motivated. Like they
prize fighting.
Yeah, it's prize fighting, and they motivate too. I mean, I will say this too. Like, I do like what Triller's doing with the videos. Like they have both of them like messing around with the Triller app and the TikToks and shit like that. They have them doing that shit. So like I'm cool with that.
They put like legit promotion, like something like Top Rank, needed to do for that Taylor Ramirez fight.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the funny thing is Top Rank is because now that they were embarrassed, like they haven't mentioned they haven't mentioned shit about this. Like not even I don't even think I've even seen it like on their Top Rank Twitter. None of that shit. So
which is whole shit, really. That's like, sour grapes.
Absolutely. Like, so, like, I mean, it's your fault. Like, he gave you a number you could have met. So he didn't have to get paid $4 million. You know, like he gave you a number and you guys didn't want to meet it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
so
see, Top Rankings kind of ran like the country. Like, if you say Lopez is not deserving, but then he beat the guy who people said was one of the most deserving, but then Lomachenko wasn't really getting paid big money either.
No, he wasn't.
So it's like, you know, and Kambosos is the guy getting minimum wage, but now he's getting $15 minimum wage.
Facts.
So now a guy like Lopez, he deserves like $25 an hour.
Yeah. And
so Lomachenko was supposed to be making $27, $28. You see how all that works? There's levels.
Yep.
But Top Rank is trying to pay everybody $15 an hour, and then give Kambosos like $9 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Lomachenko get maybe 16, and Lopez would just get $15.50. That was some bullshit, but yeah, man. Like, you're not gonna promote the fights right, let somebody else do it. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. So we got Teofimo in the main event, get George Kambosos. So in terms of prediction, so what are we thinking? LB, you started off, bro. What do we think is going to happen in this fight?
Man, Lopez by KO, and he gonna call out Devin Haney afterwards.
That's real. Like, I mean, because Devin had a successful title defense, and Devin is the only reason why Teofimo, as much as he wants to say that he's undisputed, he's not undisputed. Because because of WBC fuckery that kept him from actually being truly undisputed.
I don't even want to blame WBC. That was more like a Lomachenko problem.
Yeah. Lomachenko fucked up. Yeah, Lomachenko fucked up, and then he lost his belts. So
WBC was just like, it was like the crack dealer outside with the crack. But Lomachenko ain't have to take it.
No, he didn't. But
he could have just walked by and kept going to the gym. But he took that easy work. Like he said, "Look, man, you can get this. No one's gonna say nothing, and they'll still respect you the same."
Right. Yeah, and then funny things, and once he lost, niggas ain't putting no type of respect on Lomachenko anymore. Like, no one's not one bit of respect.
And you notice now ESPN had to put that fucking that second fucking that you see 2 losses now.
Yeah, they got his record right now. Ain't no 13.
It's about time they corrected it.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's easy to like sitting in a taxi and seeing a crack pipe on the front seat. Yo, that's the best way you could put it. Like Lomachenko sitting in the taxi, the WBC just slid the belt on the front seat, was like, I mean, you want it? You don't have to take it. Like, and he just couldn't help himself. He's like, oh, fuck that. I take a couple pulls.
Yeah, and that's why I don't feel sorry for Lomachenko, because he caused this bullshit. He lost his belt, so now he's in a position
and didn't have a rematch clause.
Yeah, he had no rematch clause, so
I especially don't fucking feel sorry.
Yeah, he's assed out.
And I like Lomachenko, but I mean the game is the game.
I mean, the boxing god saw that fuckery and was like, "No, we can't let it go down like this. We want this unification, bruh. Like Lomachenko, he's got to get punished." So, and that's what happens, man. The boxing gods, man. Like, I mean, karma is real in boxing. Like, it happens. It may happen sooner. It may happen later. But eventually, it does get you at some point. Take
low is a big risk, low reward without the belts. The 4 queens are happy he doesn't have them anymore.
Facts.
The sad thing is, like, the queens won't fight each other, so I don't know.
That's also facts. That's big facts.
So hopefully, like, the sport needs Lopez to win impressively, and keep up the energy that we've been getting this year. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, Ryan Garcia had his performance that was good this year with the Campbell fight. He's doing fuck all right now. Who cares? But the fact that the performance was on point, the fight was a good fucking fight. Right. Haney just gave us a good fight. It was better than his regular fight, so I'll say it was a good fight for him. He's on the Andre Ward scale.
Oh my god!
Hopefully, Shakur Stevenson has a great fight. Jamel Herring had a good fight this year. Fucking Tank needs to have a good fight. So a lot of these guys need to finish off the year with something. Like Colbert had a good fight. There's a lot of names around here that could
around 130, 135 though. That could really that could really bring in a new era in those divisions. But like I say, it's just they need to start fighting each other. Like I mean, they're in their primes or they're nearing them. So
just make the good performances happen first, and everything else will get settled after that. So Lopez by fucking late KO. No, mid-round KO. I think he's going to get this guy around 6 or around 7.
Yeah, I will say this though. I mean, because me and P did see, or I don't know if P saw the whole fight. We saw Kambosos live at the Crawford fight because he was fighting Mickey Bennett.
Yes. And Kambosos is a dog. I'll say that.
He is.
Is a dog, and he's gonna bring it to him.
He sure will.
And he got some names, but he did beat up Selby.
He did beat Selby.
He beat the crap out of Selby.
Yeah,
damn, Selby fell far. Like at one time, I thought he was going to be something, but man.
COVID operative. Fuck Teofimo Lopez. Gifted a takeover, highly dubious decision against a one-armed featherweight who put an ass whooping on this fraud for in the last 6 rounds. Damn, bro.
Yeah, tell him how you feel, man.
Yo, tell him why you mad, son.
Tell him why you mad. Tell him
why you mad, son. These niggas out here, you see Puffin them, they out here, they on trains and shit. They got mermaids in the video, son. They just doing some weird shit. They just, oh man.
No, I feel what you're saying because I mean for that Lopez Lomachenko fight covert, I had that shit 115, 113 because I thought Lopez would nearly damn near gave away that fight until the final round.
Yep.
Yeah, he kind of took it back that final round.
Lopez won the last round. I mean, Lopez definitely won the last round. I think
he did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lopez won that fight to me.
But the fight wasn't close like that, though.
It wasn't close like that. I don't know if people.
It really was not. Yeah, that whole almost gave it away is quite an exaggeration.
Yeah. I mean,
to me, honestly, I didn't have Lomachenko winning more than 4 rounds.
I had Loma winning 3 rounds.
God damn. And that's the thing. Y'all picked Loma, so
yeah, that's true.
Y'all was grading him harder than me. I fucking picked Lopez.
Yeah, you did. You did. Like I said, I thought he won 5 rounds. Like I mean, it's all up 3, 4, 5, nigga. Like it's all up and down. Like, it's up and down the cards.
The fact that none of y'all had him winning and it was a draw, just kind of just. But that's the thing. Lomachenko should have had the rematch clause, though. That's his fault. So I can't really, he kind of underestimated Teofimo on that.
And truthfully, though, because we're honestly, I think it shouldn't have happened like the rematch clause because now we see what's happening with the heavyweight division and this shit, like the rematch clause and shit. I'm kind of getting pretty sick and fucking tired of rematch clauses.
Yeah, especially if it's in like right away. Like if it's not. Within the next 6 months on some Ruiz Joshua shit, then kill the fucking rematch shit. Like, So I'm glad the dude kind of felt himself.
That's just. I mean, I get it. If it's a close fight, yeah, sure, a rematch. But I feel like every rematch clause just for the sake of having one is that can kind of be, and we're seeing that with the heavyweight division, unfortunately.
As much as a fan I was of Chad Dawson and Antonio Tarver, I didn't really want to see that second fight.
I don't think no one did. I mean, I think that shit was in Connecticut, and I still didn't want to see that shit. I didn't want to go see that.
This fact that they fought on your front lawn, and you was like, I got other shit to do.
Honestly, yeah, because I remember I was telling.
He was like, maybe the Steelers are playing.
Honestly, because I was telling my lady that because my lady was not a Chad Dawson fan. Like I used to make her watch Chad Dawson fights, and she didn't like how he fought. So
what the fuck?
Chad.
Wow.
So when I was like, we should go see this fight, she was kind of like, no, it might be too boring for me. And I was just like, I thought she was tripping over that.
Yeah, I second your opinion on that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna co-sign her opinion, but I was never in love with Chad like y'all were. So,
dude was exciting as fuck. Dude throwing uppercuts and fucking combinations. Like, I don't know what was people's problem.
I mean, that's it. I mean, Chad was from the 203 Haven, so like I had no choice. I had to, you know, that's the dude. I had to support him, bro. Like,
I mean, but look at all the guys Florida come out with, and I gotta be like, well, you know, he's from Florida.
Yeah, like Birdo, and I shit on Birdo like it's going out of style.
And see what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be like, damn, we could have traded, but I'm just saying, like it's like Chad Dawson. That might be a poll. Better career, Chad Dawson or Andre Birdo. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Dudes be hating on Chad Dawson, so I'm kind of.
That's an easy one. Fucking Chad Dawson. Seriously, like.
Hold on, wait. Yo, Linares and Guerrero was easy for me, and people made that hard.
Nah, but this one's super easy. Come on now. I'm not gonna shit on Birdo. I'm not gonna shit on Birdo like Pat does, but really, like, nah.
All right, we'll see what the rest of the boxing family think. You know, that's coming soon.
That's coming soon. Yeah,
let's one of you biting ass motherfuckers want to take it.
Yeah, you know, like all types of engagement. When that happens, you know, vote and then share that and engage, bro. Because I mean, yeah, that's definitely coming.
Yeah, I gotta hear that. That's like the Kessler and Postal, who had a better career. I really want to see that work. Motherfuckers be tossing up some Postal, like, hold on.
You know, but regardless with Lopez and Kambosos, like, I mean, I do think it's gonna be. I honestly think because Kambosos is definitely a dog. I mean, I do think Lopez will probably knock him out. I'm thinking maybe round 10, he might get Kambosos out of there. You know, that's my prediction.
He better had a fight of the night on that card, though.
He better, and we'll get into that undercard shortly. Pilot, what about you? How do you think Lopez Kambosos will go?
Kambosos is like the great unknown. I mean, I think he fought Selby last. It was kind of a
yes
questionable decision. I mean, it was kind of like a either or pick 'em. I think Teofimo was gonna get him out early. I'm talking about like 4th round knockout.
Oh, okay. you super confident.
I'm taking. I just think Lopez will catch him with something, and that'll be that. And then he'll talking shit. And
you gonna get the Comey special?
Yeah, the Comey special, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, one thing about Lopez though, like dude is spectacular offensively. Like you can't let him like really hit you like that. Like bruh be landing those ready to rumble ass knockouts on couch.
Yeah, his speed and power is crazy, and reflexes are crazy.
Yeah, you know, Covert mentioned Lopez and his father manipulated Lomo to remove the rematch clause. You did? Really?
No. They didn't want to give him the rematch clause. Man,
did you lose money on fucking? Did you lose money on that fight?
Yeah,
man. No, man.
They haven't seen the best of us, but damn.
They don't want to give Lopez a rematch clause. So Lopez won, and you know.
Yeah, and then Lomachenko. I mean, you know, Lomachenko is back to. I mean, like I said,
how does the B side manipulate the A side into doing anything? Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to figure that out. Since when does that happen?
I mean, especially since Lomachenko couldn't be forced to actually fight Haney when Haney's mandatory came up. So it's like, you know,
yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Like we giving Lomachenko too much credit. Like we can't. Like, okay, even if he was manipulated, like he ran into that shit from not fighting Haney. So it's like,
and he didn't throw for the first 6 rounds. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like come on, like to me it was like the easiest fight to score since Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor won.
Word.
And that was a fight where somebody ain't do nothing for the first 8 rounds.
Word.
So how the hell I'm gonna give a fight to somebody who ain't do nothing for 6 rounds and then he lose the last round? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even at the most, it's still a 115, 113, aka a Jermaine Taylor decision.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So yeah, they were kind of tripping on that though. But you know, you can't change the past. All you can do is just change the future, man.
Lomachenko needs to knock out Nakatani or put on a way better decision and call Lopez out or one of these other young bucks and get his mojo back. That's all it is. Like.
Well, I mean, Lomachenko, luckily he has a fight later, and we'll talk about that probably in a different weekend where he faces, you know, Nakatani, you know, who's coming off a fight of the year don't know if you want to call it upset, but KO, against one Felix Verdejo, whose career is probably over now, because he couldn't handle that loss, so he did something bad. So yeah.
No. I heard the wife dad manipulated Verdejo.
Oh my god!
They drove the nigga to the shorty house. They picked out the goons that was supposed to accompany him. I heard Chris and Snoop weren't available, so they got some Barksdale niggas.
Oh Lord!
They made sure that river was clear of any sharks or anything. And then I mean, come on, man. Like,
yeah, they was on some bullshit.
I'm reading the comments. Y'all really into this Lomachenko shit, like
barrel bums.
It's true. Lopez Sr. was saying in an interview, Loma's scared he'll lose. He wants a rematch clause. Then Loma said, "Okay, I'll take it." That ain't manipulating. That's calling somebody bluff.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man. Look, man, we know Lopez Sr., he got that gift of gab. He be running his mouth, but
you
can't fall for that shit. Who was the pound for pound champ? Who was the guy who's top of the sport? You can't let some upstart just come manipulate you. Parentheses, come on, man. Like,
and I've actually met and talked to Lopez Sr. Like, bruh, he's a different breed. I will say that. Like, bruh is Teofimo Sr. is a different breed. I will say that. Like, he's
this era's Angel Garcia.
Yeah, he's what Angel Garcia wants to be, for real. Like, I'm not even bullshitting you. Like, Sr. is an interesting guy. He's a very he says some things. He says things. But
I mean, damn, we gotta. I mean, when we gonna give Lopez credit? Even if you had to fight a draw, that's 6 rounds that Lopez wasn't supposed to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all gotta respect the upsets, man. Like,
I mean, it was definitely an upset, and like I said, it was good. It was good for the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, it buzzed. The ratings were good. Like, people talked about it, so I wasn't even.
And it was the last big fight that Top Rank actually promoted worth a damn.
Absolutely.
Because everybody was fucking asking about that damn fight.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then P, did you give your opinion on who you think was going between Lopez and Kambosos?
Oh no, I'm actually gonna go Lopez by decision. I think it's gonna be a fight where it'll go the distance, and it's gonna be a rough and rugged fight. I can see some definitely a knockdown or two, but I think it'll go decision. I think Kambosos is tough though, and he'll grind it out. He'll just get beaten up a little bit, but I think it'll go decision, unanimous decision, Teofimo.
Absolutely. So
okay.
So yeah, no, I mean, and like I said, this fight's probably probably one of the best of the night for the whole night. But now the rest of the card though, not as much. I mean, in the co-main, we got Franchon Dezern. Salute to her. She's she holds 2 of the super middleweight titles there. I think the WBC and the WBO one. And then she's facing the other fighter who holds the other 2 belts in IBF WBA, Elin Shederos. So that's the main event. So that's an undisputed women's fight on that pay-per-view. And then after that, yeah, we get a fight that's more disappointing to me with Michael Hunter. Like I said, dude who's been floating around, and he's facing.
Yeah, I'll be forgetting you do not like Michael Hunter. The second.
No. I got nothing against the dude. It's just me. Like, I'm older now. Like, I'm not with all these boring ass boxers. Like, I'm like, give me some fucking fights. Like, give me some fades.
Your patience for spoiling ass fighters is like deteriorated to nothing.
Well, in this particular case, he's fighting someone. If he's fighting a Mike Wilson, who I didn't even know who the fuck Mike Wilson was. I actually had to go I really had to go because that's an American. So I'm like, wait a minute, is this like a jobber that might have actually fought on the Friday night fights or some shit like that? Like, who the fuck is Mike Wilson? I really had to go take a look. Like dude is basically like is a career cruiserweight for the most part. His most notable opponent was fighting Denis Lebedev, who pretty much washed him over 12 rounds. So and and he looks old and I especially hate his nickname White Delight. So I automatically want him KO'd. I want him KO'd for
this
sure.
boxing NS version of Brian Scalabrine.
The White Delight. That nigga sound like a cheesecake.
Oh man! Like, stop.
And then I wasn't too happy with that. And then of course they had in the last fight of the main card was Andy Vences versus John O'Carroll, which might actually be a better fight that might turn out on paper, but it's just like, ugh, you wanted a better fight per se, you know.
And then Thriller like fell flat with the star power for this fight, this card though.
Yeah, and then hopefully the performances though. Now in terms of music performances, they have Meek Mill's the biggest one that they got. You know, along with Puerto Rican artist Mike Towers, and then reggaeton artist Luné. Which I, of course, when I hear reggaeton, I just immediately cringe. Yeah, you know.
And then Meek Mill not enough for damn 20 more acts. So I mean, do you need that many people?
And then of course there's gonna be an undercard, and I believe Charles Conwell's on that one. You know, salute to Charles Conwell.
Yeah. Shout out to Charles Conwell.
Yeah, you know, he'll be facing Mark DeLuca, and there'll be a whole bunch of other prospects.
Lampley's not calling that fight yet, right? Lampley, not yet.
What's that?
Lampley, he's calling. Jim
Lampley is calling this card. Oh my goodness, yeah, Jim Lampley. You know, talk about a name from yesteryear. Jim Lampley's. I mean, now it's gonna be interesting to see how Jim Lampley and Snoop Dogg are gonna interact in the booth. It depends, of course, if there's gonna be any other people in the booth. So yeah, because I mean, we all know. I mean, Snoop. When Snoop dials it back, you know, like he did in Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, he brings a fresh perspective.
But he had the right supporting cast for that one too, though.
Yeah.
The last time they were just grabbing anybody, like, hey, yo, you want a spot? Come here, take this blunt. Hey, take this drink.
Like, I was saying,
just grab a seat. Hold on. Hey, nigga, you got the ribs? Yo, we got wings over here. Like,
yeah, they went left with the fuckery on the second one in the booth, you know, and then Covert. I mean, honestly, Covert, we have a lot of different opinions of how we score fights. Like, it's not really serious lack of ability. It's like we always like. Honestly, it's like we only agree on fights like once in a while. Like it's not common, but variety is.
Yeah, we battle all the time with scoring fights, but like honestly, there's like we like honestly, like we gotta address this. Like people have to stop with this whole notion of slow motion, mute, play the fucking boxing match on a Tuesday while listening to Al Green in the background with scrambled eggs cooking, with the Dipset album playing. Like boxing is meant to be lived and seen in the moment.
Right.
Same thing with you scoring fights. If you have to do all of that to score a fight, then there's something wrong with the way you're assessing in live time. That's not to say I don't appreciate the punch stack videos and shit that's out there. That's cool.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah, like there's this one shout outs to the Artorias Boxing. I think that's his name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But he makes good videos with the punch stacks and it shows sometimes it shows a different fight, but like my eyes know what they see. Like and Lomachenko was handcuffed too much in that fight. Like He just really was. Like, did he come on strong? Yeah, he did. But
he did.
He was just handcuffed. Like, and it is what it is.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, like we always like every single time, like every single time we watch a fight, and like I said, the scores will always be, the scores will always be like up and down, like I said, because it's not it's not because we do it just for for fuckery shit. Like this sometimes that's how it is. But like I said, it's just it's just right. That's how we do it.
And nobody had to fight a robbery.
Yeah, no, exactly. Pretty much.
To be honest, I'll tell you what. the Joe Smith, what's his name? The last fight he just had.
Maxim Vlasov. Yeah.
Vlasov Joe Smith was a closer fight than Lomachenko Lopez, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I can definitely see that too. You know, I can definitely see that.
And the thing is, you had some people saying that was a robbery, and I felt that was a draw.
Yeah, so I mean, like
So
I said,
yeah, like you know, sometimes that's how it be. But in a fight where Lopez and Lomachenko were not too much is going on, ring generalship is scored, and then one guy is handcuffed to the other, and he can't really by the other, and he can't do nothing. I can't give him those rounds.
right.
That's just the way it is. Like, that's nothing against Lomachenko. Like, I probably hype up Lomachenko more than anybody on this channel.
Yeah, and like
just not for that fight. You know, I was Lopez, but still, like you go back to the other video. I told people Campbell was going to give Lomachenko a tough fight. Mm-hmm. What happens afterwards? Lomachenko said, "I was like his toughest fucking fight." You go back even further. I say, "Yo, Linares is going to give Lomachenko a tough fight." At the moment, that was one of Lomachenko's toughest fights.
Absolutely.
So, like, I be knowing it was good with Lomachenko. Like, I think I give him his credit, and and I get on him when he ain't on point. But it is what it is. Like, shit, like y'all ain't ready for the semantic battles we be having for fucking scoring.
Yeah. Y'all ain't ready.
But we'll go all day with that shit. Ain't nothing else to get talked about. We'll be like, nah, motherfucker, Canelo ain't win no 6 rounds in that damn rematch. Nah. Jacobs won 7 rounds. Nah. Roman Gonzalez, he only won 5 rounds here. Like, shit, man.
Yeah, it's all that area. Like I say, it's just how we get down with the scorecards, bro. That's all it is, man. But typically, like the feelings are at least we do feel like mostly like the winners are who they're supposed to be. So I mean, it's
and that's just the game, man. Look, Lomachenko, he's not too old where he can't make no comeback.
Nah.
So all he got to do is just get it in blood, beat one of these young guys, look impressive, and call him out. And honestly, no one can convince you not to put a rematch clause in it. You the champ.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's like I've been saying, like, nah, you don't have to use a condom, but then you get her pregnant. then it's like the bitch tricked me. we gonna blame the bitch, or we gonna be like, damn, you should have just wrapped up.
Word. But Triller. I mean, in the pretty much the most important thing about this Triller event is because it doesn't have the type of star power. It doesn't have the old star power or the new star power. It's gonna be interesting to see what this actually does on pay-per-view, because pretty much how this card performs will really depend on how Triller moves forward in this boxing market, because it is pay-per-view and it's gonna be one of the ones where I'm definitely gonna be watching this fight. I mean, it's gonna either be on one of my laptops or on my TV. Because I'm definitely gonna be watching it because I want to see how this is gonna play out.
Make the prediction for the pay-per-view sales, and then we good.
Yeah, for the see, that's hard. Honestly, that's harder than predicting the fights, nigga. Like I can't. Like how am I supposed to like? I mean,
does it do Clarissa Shield numbers, or I do like Golovkin and the real numbers?
No.
Or?
See, honestly, Triller's more of a brand than Clarissa Shields right now, and that's being 100% real. Like that's not cap. Like Triller's more known than Clarissa Shields in boxing. Like
damn.
I'm not even. Am I wrong though?
I mean, I wouldn't argue with you.
I mean, Triller is buzzing right now. So I mean, that's the thing. So if I have to say this, I'm thinking maybe 150,000, 200,000 max. Like,
wow, I'm gonna go and say 75.
See, because if a high number really, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like a high number, like if they break 1 million with this pay-per-view, like legitimately, then
that's not happening.
Yeah. Then Top Rank will be in some shit. They'll have to deal with that shit.
That's not gonna happen. You got to get Ryan Garcia and some YouTubers and then Haney and some other young guys who could really be on the card and stack it up. Like, but they don't seem like they do that. They just keep giving a good main event or a solid main event or whatever, and then they kind of everything else falls into place. So
like this is the first one. I mean, this is the first Triller pay-per-view that just has a square card. Like there's no no special attraction shit. You know,
there's no even special boxing matches attached to it. Like it's a regular damn ESPN level main event.
Facts, yeah, and that's what makes it interesting. What was that, Pilot?
It's like their actual first regular boxing, you know, without all the bells and whistles.
And truthfully,
it's underwhelming as fuck for the first one, though.
And truthfully, they said that's what they wanted to do because obviously, I mean, I'm pretty sure they heard all the complaints of how, you know, because like I said, because last review they went all the way left with the fuckery, and then the boxing was not really where it needed to be. You know,
that's why they brought Lampley in. But look, man, you can't put fucking croutons and balsamic vinaigrette on chicken shit and call it a chicken salad. So that's all I'm saying. Like, you know, if it do more than 100,000, then I think that's a win considering what they offered us. I mean, think about it. Right. We got better cards on fucking Showtime 2 weeks in a row than what we paying for pay-per-view. And this shit is like 30 minutes away from me. So
facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Hey, the credentials going out for that shit?
I'm actually surprised though, LB or Rome, that you guys didn't want to go actually see that shit live.
No, I mean, like, I'm asking now though, like, is anything?
You know, I mean,
I feel like I'll be missing like so much other boxing just being there.
I mean, there's 5 cards. I mean, if you actually went there live, you'd miss 4 other cards going on.
4 other better cards.
You know, I mean, there are no other better cards.
At least the Floyd fight is like fuckery, and you know, you just being out South Beach, whatever. It's an event, but the Trillion cards, that shit would legit feel like work.
Yeah, but I mean, Meek, that's why they say like Meek Mill. I mean, Meek Mill is there. I mean, so
that's Rome right there, right? He a Meek Mill fan.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, honestly, I mean, if it does well, but you know, kudos if it does well. That means Triller did his job and Top Rank didn't, because I don't think I mean, a pay-per-view with Top Rank hasn't done big business since well, I mean, they had Fury and Wilder, but that's PBC and Top Rank together.
Yeah, I don't care. You'd have to go back to damn Shane Mosley versus damn David Estrada or some shit.
For pay-per-views that done well or shitty?
ESPN? No, I'm talking about like a decent pay-per-view. I don't think they ever had one that did well.
Oh, yeah, the ESPN pay-per-view, yeah. It's been a hot
I'm thinking like that was like Cintron Margarito Part 2. Yeah, Shane on there, or I'm mixing 2 cards up.
I mean, either way, those fights were on point though. That's the
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I had to jump in a fucking time machine for them fights.
For real. So yeah, I mean, if Triller does his thing with the pay-per-views, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they move going forward if it does well, and how, you know, like a Top Rank, you know, or fighters actually fight on that platform go forward. Because like I said, because now we have one word that will be used, and that will be called leverage. And Top Rank does not want to give Teofimo Lopez any more leverage than he already has.
That's that spiteful shit, man.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, like I say, yeah, we definitely hope we hope that card actually does well. And then we got one more card that we're going to talk about, and this is the card that is out of the
midst of the mid main events.
Yeah, and of course we're talking about this is from PBC. You know, we have WBC middleweight champion Jamal Charlo, and in the main event, he'll be facing none other than the power punching Juan Macias Montiel. Now, I know you're gonna be like saying like, who? You know, you know. Well, if you've watched one of PBC Fox's cards, unfortunately, you know, last December. You know, Montiel was in a main event against none other than James Kirkland, who was signed by PBC.
Keep this brief. Like, I don't even want to even remember this shit.
Yeah, well, you know, just to keep it brief, yeah, Montiel scored a first-round knockout over Kirkland, and, you know, bam, he got himself a main event spot and a title shot to boot. So yeah, like, I mean, let's put it this way, because Montiel was a rollout, because Showtime, we just talked about, Showtime had a hell of a rollout. Like they had a fire rollout. Like there wasn't too many fights that I did a stink face to, the gas face, you know, for the old school motherfuckers. That be
go back. We got an episode where we do like we grade them, and we're like, mid,
It was thumbs up or thumbs down, right?
Yeah,
thumbs up, thumbs down, or mid.
Or mid, yeah.
Or mid, yeah.
Yeah. This one I think was my only.
I think this was a thumbs down.
I didn't see unanimous decision. Yeah,
it was unanimous. Sure. Yeah, I think all of us said it was thumbs down, and it's thumbs down for a whole bunch of reasons. Number one, Montiel is a good kid, but he's not at that point where we actually want to see him against Charlie. Like his only saving grace is he all his wins are by knockout, and he's. Like saying, he's been every time he's gone a distance, he's lost, or he's lost in the distance twice, and he has a draw. So it's like that's his preferred. Like Montiel can punch. We'll never not say that he cannot punch. Montiel can punch, But I think the skill discrepancy is just too large and too wide to think that he'll actually do something to Jamal Charlo. Like if Jamal Charlo gets knocked out by this dude. It's easily probably it'll be the biggest upset this fucking year. Like
it'd be bigger than the Josh Warrington upset
easily.
Yeah, and that was a damn long shot upset. Like when I was watching that live, I didn't think I was going to see an upset.
And actually, I didn't think I was even going to see a good card, but that card had so many.
Yeah, that card was fucking good. Yeah.
That card had fades, and Eddie lost 2 of his prospects to brutal knockouts on that card.
Eddie be like, I swear, like it's almost like a general that keep losing men. Like each time they come on to battle, like
right.
Maybe like in any division too. Yeah. If Dylan White get a win, Chisora has to lose. Like
right, right.
Oh man. Yeah, we about to blaze that PBC pack.
Yeah, like, and it's disgusting too because like the middleweight division has been stagnating as fuck. Like middleweight division is easily a disappointing division. Like, I mean, 2019 was probably the last time the middleweight division had any type of notoriety. Had Triple G and Durianchenko, had the fight of the year on there, and then Canelo and Jacobs was a dud, and then that's where we leave off. Ever since then, middleweight division just been just stagnant. Like all the champions involved, including Triple G himself. Like Triple G, he had his mandatory who he knocked out late last year, and then you have Andre who got rid of his. No, he had 2 fights. He had a fight early last year, which LB was at. He was there for that. He's had 2 fights, since then, varying degrees of entertainment. And then, Canelo was not defending his. Canelo eventually let go of his belt. So now the WBA belt is in the hands of Ryota Murata, who most people don't think too highly of. And Rand Joseph, 160 is butt cheeks, bro. Absolutely. 154 is where it's at. Absolutely. Yeah. So pretty much if 160 improves, it's because 154, like Cat's probably tired of making 154. So I mean, and that might be in a couple of years. But yeah, like it's and then Charlo, and then obviously Charlo, and what makes this even worse is Charlo's coming off a very entertaining scrap against the aforementioned Sergey Derevyanchenko. So
most people thought he was going to knock out.
Absolutely.
Or at least drop.
Or even at least drop.
He didn't.
Yeah,
it's disappointing though that after that's his last fight, he's not building up on that, and he's fighting some dude that was unanimously the worst card on the rollout for Showtime.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people were thinking, "Oh, he'll fight Eubank," and then you have some people who's like, and then when someone like myself says, "Oh, he should fight someone on DAZN at least," and then you have detractors, well, the people on DAZN aren't even fighting it, or even fighting that middleweights, and then you see this, then you kind of look kind of stupid for saying that Charlo has all these options at PBC 160 because he does not.
Yo, I got an idea for 160. This dude, I'm gonna be on some Huey shit, like on Huey Freeman shit. No, Riley Freeman shit. Shout out to Boondocks. Niggas need to just grab a fold-up chair and just throw it in the middle. And just hope these niggas start fighting each other.
Yeah, because honestly, it's really disgraceful. Like, I mean, honestly, the only talk of any type of unification is coming from Triple G and Murata, but that's not until December, and they're both going to have like tune-ups. We don't know who the tune-ups are going to be just yet. or who they're fighting, but it's just like, come on,
Now
dog.
you need tune up for a damn fucking glorified tune up.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, so yeah, 160 is really fallen far. Like, I mean, it used to be a really good division at least, but yeah, right now I think it's in a weird rebuild, or I don't want to fight each other type.
And see, everybody's to blame at 160.
Absolutely,
I know people want to just jump on Triple G because you can shit on him too because he ain't moving right. But Munguia's fucking shit up too.
Yeah, Munguia won't take his shot against Andre. Andre is trying to get a fight, and Andre is I think now.
Jamal didn't want to take a fight with Andre.
Yeah, Jamal didn't even try to go and get Canelo fight. Like, he just well, look, WBC, look, Canelo doesn't want to fight you. Look, here's the belt. We'll make you the champion. We'll make Canelo the franchise champion. How does that sound? Okay. Yeah, and then Charlo's competition outside of Derevyanchenko has been awful, and he should have lost to fucking Korobov too. That's just my opinion, though.
See, that's another fucking score and some magic battle we used to have on here.
Yeah, we had a lot of that, But I think the thing is, like, if you can actually say that Charlo could have arguably lost to Korobov, whether you think he won or lost, that's a fucking problem. That's a real problem.
A fight, yeah. I know it was short notice, and Corbo was better than fucking Willie Monroe, but still,
yeah, this should have been levels shown, and it was, but not in the way that I expected. You know what I'm saying?
It was the Lomachenko Teofimo Lopez it was the Lomachenko Lopez fight at 160. Charlo catching fades for like the first 6 rounds until he wake up.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is he won the last rounds clearly though.
And then see, Rand Josie, DAZN failed massively. They had Triple G, Canelo, and Andre all signed to Matchroom, and we only got one combination of that. Yeah. Well, in that case, we didn't get any. Well, we didn't get a combination on DAZN. That's the thing. They were all there, but we didn't get we didn't get a Triple G Canelo 3 on there. We didn't get a Triple G Andre. We didn't get Canelo Andre on there. That's the problem. Yeah.
DAZN, we didn't get what's his name, Callum Smith and Saunders. They didn't have any meaningful fights either during that time.
Hell nah.
They got saved for Canelo, so it's like.
Yeah, like they had those belts, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll offer them up to Canelo. We'll take this fight, and bam, that's how Canelo got three of those belts.
But didn't we talk about this last week with the whole like Matchroom don't know how to move no other type of fighters?
Yeah, and that's the weird, especially the U.S. fighters,
the black fighters. I know I said that shit.
Yeah, the black fighters,
Andre and all of them. You take it forever to get them fights.
And whether it's on Matchroom or Golden Boy, especially Golden Boy, good lord.
Golden Boy just good for undercard. They're like the official sponsor for undercards. Like you get a pay per view, just talk to them, and they'll give you a good undercard with some fades. But
yeah, they will. Matchroom, they don't do for the American cards. They don't do that for the UK cards. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll stack them down UK cards.
Yeah, you get your Ted Cheeseman type ass fights in there, and motherfuckers will go in. Or Sam Egerton, cats will, they'll fade each other out of existence. Yeah. But America,
what you call it? Those Django front porch fights.
The Mandingo fights. Yeah. Mandingo fights. Fight Camp is.
They be stacking them shits up, man. But they come over here to America.
Yeah, and then
after the Andre Keeler fight, they didn't stack no other cards.
Yeah, like the American. I mean, except for that OK Corral shootout in Oklahoma, where with fucking McCaskill and
oh yeah.
They like the American cards they have are it's maybe 1 out of 4 times they might get it right. It's not consistent.
Yeah, you gotta beg them for a good fight in America.
Or you get Danny Jacobs versus Rosado.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah.
I'm tired of people coming to Florida for their mid.
Yeah, Florida has more live boxing than it has in probably the last 10 years.
And y'all fill it with fucking mid. You had Canelo, Jacobs, Haney, Andre, all 4 names in boxing. All had mid-ass fights down here within the span of 6 months.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Or 8 months, whatever the fuck, could counting last year too.
Yeah,
last winter.
But I think we just went off a little bit, slightly off topic with that, you know, just good. But then Charlo's, I think it's just mostly how disappointing Charlo is moving. So, like, I mean, yeah, Montiel is definitely not nobody's mandatory. So it's just like Al's like, okay, you know what? He knocked out Kirkland. We wanted Kirkland for Charlo. We'll just have to put him in the main event. And this is
and
where
what the fuck were they thinking saying Kirkland for Charlo? Why even think like that? Like,
yeah,
it's clear. Kill people over there.
And it was clear as motherfucking day that they were doing this. You know, but
I like the fact that, you know, Montiel, that was an alley-oop. Montiel's the biggest winner in all this. This is like he's like the Logan Paul for that card.
Absolutely.
The biggest winner, like not necessarily deserving. If this was 154, he would have to fight like 3 killers to get that type of fight.
I'm saying, and this
win them all conclusively.
Well, I guess you know, because I mean, it is gonna be happening. You know, June 19th is, you know, Juneteenth. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think, you know what, you know, let's get Charlo alley-oop on this day.
He had enough alley-oops. What the fuck? Remember, his last fight was an alley-oop.
Absolutely.
It was just wrapped up in a better name, but no one was looking at Derevyanchenko as a serious threat.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely not after, because I mentioned before, not after what Triple G did. Like Triple G, Derevyanchenko was one of them old school Euro slugfest. But
because dude ain't fight for like almost a whole year too. On top of that,
yeah, like they
turned his ass into the fucking Toxic Avenger. Like the fuck.
Right. Yeah, like Derevyanchenko, like he performed admirably. Like we salute his performance because he gave Triple G probably the hardest fight of his whole career, and that's including the 2 Canelo fights. But he paid a price for those fights. It is clear that he's paying the price. Shout out
to Joshua O. I ain't see this name in a minute.
Yeah, Joshua, where you been hiding, bro? We've been
OG fan.
Yo, we've been.
Hold on. They making a documentary on Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and what's his name? They got a documentary already. They ain't even fight each other yet.
He's stupid, yo.
What you mean? They got hold on, and it's at the same time the Floyd cards start. You bugging.
Yo, why the fuck is Showtime doing that? Yo, why would you air? Wait a minute,
that's the most counterproductive shit. Like that was like when they was talking about Logan Paul as the fucking as a wrestler in MMA, and it's like, dude, you about to participate in a boxing match.
Whoa, wait a minute, Joshua. Oh, is that what time zone is that in? 8 o'clock. I can't see Showtime airing something like this on during their own pay-per-view. That's counterproductive. That would be stupid.
That would be.
Yeah, so unless he's in a different time zone.
That's like if you ordered a fucking Diet Coke after that damn mid and them fucking Checkers fries I was talking about earlier. You just shot yourself in the foot with your lazy ass. Like, why?
Yeah, like if the documentary is coming on during the pay-per-view, then Showtime really needs to get its shit together on that. Because I would think it would be after that card. You know what I mean?
That's the people in the top room ain't communicating with the people in the bottom room.
Yeah, I'm saying because like
the mail ain't getting to one of those places that day. Something.
Yeah, you know, saying like that would be too wild though. But yeah, this card, man. So what are we thinking in terms of Charlo and Montiel in terms of how this is gonna go down?
Round 3 knockout, nigga.
Charlo round 3.
P.
Yo, my bad. I fell off for a minute. Can you repeat that again?
I
said I fell off for a minute. My computer was acting up. I couldn't hear anything. So
okay, yo. So Charlo Montiel, what do we think of the prediction?
Charlo round 2.
Yep. Pilot.
I'm gonna say round 1 knockout for Charlo.
If it goes if it goes any more than 3, then throw this nigga in the bushes.
It's a problem. Yeah. Seriously.
And I'm with Pilot. It's first round knockout. I'm definitely with Pilot. And he's gonna try to because this card is taking place in Houston. So
this might look like Jermaine Taylor Kasim Uma round 1 where a nigga just trying to bomb somebody out so hard.
Yeah. Now, Charlo. Yeah, if it goes past 3 rounds, maybe even 4, depending if there's a feel out round.
No, it's not fucking depending. No, 3 rounds. 3 fucking rounds. That's all you have.
No, but surprisingly though, the card though has at least a palatable undercard.
Okay, so, now we can really talk about some boxing.
Yeah, so the first fight that I want to mention, because I think this one was just recently made, was for the Russell brothers, Gary Antonio Russell. He'll be facing Emmanuel Rodriguez. That just got announced 2 days ago, actually. So I mean, that's
former monster leftover.
Yeah, former monster. I mean, yeah, yeah. Rodriguez definitely got he got leveled by that motherfucker, man. And Russell's coming off a rough fight with Peano. And Peano, of course, is rough with everyone except Monster, who iced him. So it's like, so that's a good card. And then to me, and also probably what I think is probably the best fight on there, we have former 122 champion Angelo Leo, who's fresh off a brutal fight. A brutal fight, man.
Really good fight.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But one of the better boxing performances of the year.
Yep, in a losing effort against Stephen Fulton, our cool boy Steph, although P hates that nickname.
Which ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah. And then
Fulton look like he got the motherfucking goods.
Yeah, he for real though, and I'm looking forward to his next fight in September. Depending, against Figueroa. That's a barn burner right there.
The winner of Fight of the Year candidate.
Absolutely, and then Leo himself is going to be facing none other than Aaron Alameda, who gave Neri a hard fight last year.
Yeah,
and personally, I thought he won the damn fight.
I did too.
Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people thought that.
Yeah, Alameda impressed the fuck out of me. Neri looked generic. Alameda. So I'm looking forward to see if, and then Leo, because Leo, the fight with Fulton was so bad. Like, Leo went to the hospital, so we want to see how he can rebound from that fight against someone like Alameda, who is a problem to me.
And Leo's good too. Like, Leo's quality. So this is a damn good fight actually. Like, honestly,
yeah,
this would be a great card if the Charlo main event wasn't on it.
Yeah. And then we have one more fight. This is the fight that it's not a bad fight per se, but it's a fight I just don't want to see because I fear for the guy's health. We have Isaac Cruz, who's a lightweight prospect, who's a great lightweight prospect PBC has, and he's going to be facing none other than former world champion Francisco Vargas, and that is the reason why I say.
I'm mixing them. I'm thinking Lubin Rosario was on this fucking card. I'm sorry, this card mid again. but yeah, that fight, I don't want to see Francisco Vargas fighting anymore.
Francisco Vargas gave us enough blood and guts. Some of us are bloodthirsty ghouls, to quote a certain ring editor. But Vargas though has bled enough.
Bled till he can't bleed no more.
Yeah, Vargas. In front of these two, Vargas was largely unknown until, but in the span of 3 fights, 3 brutal fights. One, dude went from prime to worn down, seriously worn down. Francisco Vargas has taken a lot of punishment. You fight Takashi Miura, which he outshined Canelo and Cotto. And then you have him fighting Orlando Salido next, which was a ridiculous war. And then he fights Burchett, which he loses his belt in a bloody slugfest. So it's how much is enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Someone shouldn't have.
It's like Derevyanchenko if he won a belt.
Exactly.
But these hard ass fights, come on.
And the funny thing is too,
stop using these dudes.
And the funny thing is too, he only has 2 losses, and they're both to Burchett. So he's been
that shit should have been 3. Yeah, his ass lost to Salido to me.
Hell yeah, he definitely did. Although I will give him props for knocking out MAGA supporter Rod Salka though, because Salka was kind of You know, he was.
Yeah. Salka needed that ass whooping. Yeah, definitely.
But Cruz though, although I wasn't really too happy with his last fight against Romero because Romero kind of fought negative, fought super negative and to the bell, but I can't ignore the Diego Magdaleno win where he knocked out dude in one. So yeah, I mean Cruz is good. The hands are gonna fly, and it's gonna last until Vargas, cuts start opening up again over his eyes again, and they gotta stop the fight. So that's pretty much the card. I'm just looking at the comments right now. Official scorecard. Alameda impressed me as well when he let his hands go in the second half. He was piecing up Neri. Facts, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
and Neri was looking ordinary as hell that fight.
Hell yeah! And then Joshua O was like, Rolly should be facing Cruz instead of chasing Ryan Garcia. Honestly, for Rolly. Like, Rolly's gonna take a loss sooner or later. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Cruz or fucking Garcia. Like,
I think both beat him.
Yeah,
I think both probably knock him out.
Yeah,
like he need to be chasing some fucking defense training and chasing a jab and some footwork.
Yeah, like
chase a fucking boxing gym.
Yeah, Rolly got power. Rolly has power, but his boxing IQ ain't there. It's not there.
That's just in the negative.
It's like shit,
like it's like you watch him fight. It's like you start learning less about boxing or some shit. You just see a guy just trying to get a big punch so hard.
I'm saying so that's Rolly for you, and I'm pretty sure too. Rolly will probably make it. I mean, Rolly, as far as I know, has not been announced for any cards just yet, but I'm pretty sure he will be soon.
Yeah, to all our disappointment.
Yeah, right. So the Charlo card, like I said, the undercard fights are palatable to the degree. It's just, unfortunately, it's just the main event that kind of takes the luster off the card a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like a monster main event. It's like you're guaranteed a KO,
right?
And that's about it. Like because I fuck with Charlo. Like Charlo brothers, they good for the sport. It's just one guy is like. He's an A student doing A+ shit. The other guy is like an A student doing C+ shit.
That's perfect. That's a perfect description of how Maul's career is going. Perfect.
And a lot of times people try to lump them together and give them both a B, and it's like stop saying both Charlos deserve to be on the pound for pound list. Just say
Jamel, yeah.
Like Jamel is doing pound for pound shit right now and wants to do pound. Charlo has yet to unify, has not made an attempt to unify middleweight, not even a good attempt.
And the whole dick riding Canelo about ducking Andre is just whole shit.
Right, like
because when Canelo avoided both of y'all, so you damn saying another nigga is saying one of the same people that was avoided with you. You're saying like yeah, don't fight him, but you won't fight him either. That's like all I know that shit wouldn't happen at 154 right now.
Hell no, it wouldn't. Hell fucking no.
That's all you need to say. All you need to know because that shit's ugly with the whole. Don't dick ride somebody who's there who avoided your ass too.
Right. Yeah. Give props to the proper Charlo, and and then give proper motivational criticism to the other one who needs it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, because all the fights that just at 160, there's fights at 160. They just not making them. 160 could be a decent division.
Right, and
it's always been a glamour division, like a marquee of a division that people cared about. But it's just after the damn Canelo Triple G rematch, the shit just kind of fell off.
It fell off. Yeah, it fell off.
No one stepped up and tried to fucking just do their thing. It looked like Munguia was trying to be that guy, but then he's not trying to fight a championship. He's not trying to fight a champion. So
yeah, speaking of that, and we'll probably talk about that card another time. Like they finally found a new opponent for him, for his card on the 19th. That's the Zone's offering, and he'll be facing none other than Kamil Zerameta, who just recently got knocked out by Triple G in the main event. Yeah. Yeah, I mean Munguia is moving real funny. You
Yeah,
know,
because this is a guy that I saw like had great improvement from going up to 160 from 154, and now it's like they don't believe in him after seeing the improvement. So I'm just kind of like, what's wrong here? What's the disconnect?
And the funny thing is too is like because they have to because the card itself is actually pretty good, and so we'll talk about that more. So they're like, you know what, we can't postpone because people have been training, people have been trying to make way, people want to get paid. So yeah, you know what, Selecki fell through twice. Demetrius Ballard ain't, he couldn't do it. So yeah, so they're like, you know what, let's just get someone that that actually wants to get paid and give him some rounds, so we can keep the rest of this card intact.
And then watch, you're gonna have a fucking other type of mid-ass fight for doing this year. So
absolutely. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, we'll talk more about that card at another time. So I think we touched upon every single card that we wanted.
I'm kind of good on all these mid fights and good undercards, mid main events. Absolutely. Except for Lopez, that whole card is just kind of mid.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the Lopez Cambosa is the only one where it's in reverse.
Yeah, it's the proper boxing card.
Yeah, it's the proper.
Right now, y'all got me wanting to see fucking Dogbe and Lopez fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see the Makaya Mayer, of course. Yeah.
And then Petraza and Rodriguez for sure.
But yeah, so yeah, there's some fights out here that in this whole mix of shit that we talked about. There's some decent fights mixed in there. It's almost like the damn bubble.
Yeah, exactly. If you watch the bubble during last summer when Top Rank was getting his business back, there were some gems in that bubble. There were at least two fight of the year candidates in that bubble. Like there was some hard fights in that when they were doing it. So it could be the same thing too on the 19th. Like I said, I mean the 19th. I mean we probably will never see a PBC card, a TR card, a DAZN card, a Triller card, and then Mexico exhibition card all happen on the same night. We will never see this again, or we won't see it again anytime soon. So
now watch that Mexican exhibition card be better than all this shit.
Yeah, and we'll definitely talk about that too another time. But I think I'm good. I think we touched upon everything we want to talk about, and then some other shit, and then some.
I'm good. Unless anybody in the chat got a question or something, or something y'all want to say and we respond. Like, if other than that, then we'll wrap this shit up. But we'll give y'all a chance. Give y'all a good little 30-second, put something in there if y'all want.
Yeah, I actually a good minute. I'll watch the clock though. But yeah, because most of us after this, gonna just do some other shit, try to get some shit done, or figure out what to eat before the Mayweather shit tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know everybody wants to see what goes down.
Yeah, and I just want to get some food, man. Because seriously, I'm fucking hungry. I haven't had coffee this morning, motherfucker. So I just need some actual food. I'm starving.
Damn, I am the fucking coffee in a minute. I kind of miss that Cafe Bustelo, man.
Yeah, I think I just had some regular store brand shit because I forgot to go buy the good shit. So I mean, either way, I mean, coffee is coffee, man. I'm kind of an addict, so it did what it needed.
I can't drink regular coffee. That shit, I drink espresso.
Right. You're right, Pat. Coffee is coffee, and it's all fucking trash.
Nigga, shut up. Who asked you?
Oh, yo, wait. Rusty Taylor, hold on. Arias got any shot?
No.
Yeah, you actually seen him fight live, didn't you?
Look. To put it in perspective, Luke Keeler beat Arias.
And knocked him down, too, a couple times.
And this is the guy who fought Andre down here in Miami last year.
Yeah.
So just put that in perspective. Because when that Luke Keeler fight got mentioned, everybody was like, oh, Andre, jeez, man. Oh.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
If this was the old herd, he'd knock Arias the fuck out, and I still think part of him will knock him out, but we'll see.
But Arias, that's the best fight on the card. I don't even know. I think the Badu Jack fight is the best fight on the card.
Yeah, because I mean,
even without Pascal. Because this is the thing, Vital Jack literally gets into good fights a lot of the time.
some of it by accident.
Some of them by accident, some of them on purpose, but they should be entertaining for some reason, or at least be a decent watch.
Yeah, because he's fighting someone that could feasibly knock him out on some upset shit. Meanwhile, if Hurd and Arias, they fight. I mean, like their styles, there's a style clash. Like if Hurd does his old style, like piece that Arias is gone. But if Hurd decides, he wants to be on some boxing shit and do what he did against Francisco Santana, it might be a struggle-filled 10 rounds or 12 rounds. I forgot how long. I don't know how long.
Maybe a shit fight if that.
Maybe a shit fight. And in this Sunday, I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to break out liquor, but God damn it, I will to tolerate a shit fight.
That's the thing. It's like, man, Arias, he never really showed me anything offensively to make me say, like, okay, he has a shot.
Hell no.
Like, just the whole myth of the South American puncher is more, we got more going on with Battle Jack opponent, and we don't know his ass at all.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, we'll just have to see. Now, in front of you, Hurd and Arias have been shit talking like crazy. Like them niggas don't like each other for nothing. Like and Arias has been low key sunning Hurd on the mic. So it's like,
Hurd don't have the mic presence. I remember him trying to cut a promo on, I think it was Santana, and it was just he can't talk.
Yeah, he's not talking. Arias was talking his ass off. Like
you could have told that when fucking him and Charlo were going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Well, so damn. So I mean, so Arias talk better than he fight. Then
he do. He absolutely does. Unfortunately,
bagged him a dime according to Rusty Taylor. So I mean, that mouthpiece good for something besides getting punched. But but dude, I don't want to shit on dude. Dude is tough.
Yeah,
he knows how to survive. That's the best shit I can really say about him.
Absolutely.
So, but I'm not touching this fight,
Yeah.
As far as predictions or betting on or whatever, I'm good.
Yeah, like pretty much if the fight is good, that means something went horribly wrong. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those. So I guess that's why we watch the fights.
Yeah,
but
facts.
Yeah, but other than that, I think, what was that, Pilot?
Just a comment.
He knocked it out the park. Damn, I'm about to hold on. I'm gonna need some proof for this shit. Someone posted
send that link. Let's see
send that link now.
Yeah, link or put it or share it in our Twitter or something like that.
Is she DeGale's sister, Brandon Figueroa's sister, hot or like levels? Are we talking that type of dime, like that type of level? Or are we talking more like? Damn, hold on. I'm gonna really fucking look. It's Google, right?
Yeah, Google. Of course, it's always Google.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna damn do this shit right now.
I mean, unless you want to go old school and be like you do Yahoo.
And that's his girlfriend, right?
I mean, he probably has an Instagram too. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's gonna be fucking with him.
Okay, he's aiming above. He's aiming above his weight class.
Word.
Hold on, let me see the Instagram pictures. Hold on. That's what I fucked up on. I'm googling. That should take longer.
Oh yeah. He's right. I found a couple. Yeah, he's.
Hold on, what you went Instagram?
Yeah, you gotta scroll down a little bit though.
All right, hold on.
But yeah, while y'all are looking for those pictures or whatever, it'll be a good time for us to start wrapping up. And I will let.
Oh, hold on. You talking about from the? You gotta scroll down for a minute. Like damn, the whole year, nigga. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know if he on Fig's sister level, but he's swinging over his.
He's punching above his weight class.
He's punching above his weight class, definitely. So yeah. Okay. Props.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. So yeah, Rome.
We cultured in that ring game.
Yes, sir. Ayo, Rome. Yo, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh my bad, I fell. No final thoughts really, nigga. Y'all niggas is the boxing niggas. I'm just a fighting nigga. No, I'm just playing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
T.O. Fimo, that nigga. What's his name? What was the first nigga we was talking about? African nigga, I think.
We were talking about Shakur Stevenson and
Shakur. Nigga, you better pull through, make the knockout, nigga. Let niggas know
like you did in that parking garage down here.
Make that nigga fall. Don't play around. Get this shit over with. Fights are meant to be finished, not to go the distance. A judge can't really judge because he's not fighting.
Oh, facts. That's a bar right there.
That's a bar. I'm gonna put that shit in my next song.
Yeah.
Top 5 coming soon.
You already know who the fuck it is. Wrong top 5. Top 5 album coming soon. Don't got a date yet, but it will be this summer. This summer coming hot.
See, it's a hot summer.
Yo, bro, you might want to use that bar. Else I might use it.
I'll give you permission, nigga, as long as it's not monetized.
Submit them. I ain't gonna lie, we be having random bars with these fucking judges, though. Like, they the most disrespected niggas by us, for real.
Yo, absolutely, yo. Fuck it, you know. Judges need to get bars too. You know what I mean?
Knockouts don't happen if a nigga don't try. You gotta go from broke to love you with all the smoke. Fuck a block quote. These niggas never box. My 16 bars get a little nigga stop. KO.
Hey.
Hold on. What up, Prolific? I brought my shooter with me. Bro.
Nigga, I forgot my version, nigga.
Oh, y'all gotta check out that Pacquiao Broner song. Like, the bars, that shit's classic, man. Epic Clan Archie beat. Like, goddamn,
sir.
like.
Clan Archie, so
if we got time, we might have to do a Spence Pacquiao, but Pacquiao be getting them bangers from us. Shit.
Oh yeah, Spence Pacquiao. Oh yeah. Spence Pacquiao will definitely get some bars from us. You know, for that fight when it approaches. Yeah, they'll definitely get some bars for sure. You know, can't wait for that. You know, and but yeah, definitely it's good to have Rome on there. You know, Chicago win, leaves these niggas in the breeze, man. You know, we'll definitely work to try to get him more. Because like I said, he has some interesting viewpoints, especially on the music end, that really needs to be shared among the masses. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we'll definitely get him back soon. Pilot, your final thoughts?
Yeah, glad to be here. Sorry about the late arrival. It's gonna be a cool day. You got the Game 7 for basketball.
Hey,
the Floyd fights. Really, mainly the fights before it, but Ringing Radio all day, every day, every social media platform, ringgingradio.com. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, that's what it is. AOP, man, final thoughts, bro.
All right, I didn't fall off this time, so I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got much to say. You know what I'm saying? It's Ring Gang speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We do the talking. You know what I'm saying? Got bars for days. But
absolutely,
keep fucking with us. You know where to find us at ringgangradio.com. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Follow us everywhere. So I ain't even gonna say no more. We got some good stuff coming, but I'm gonna keep it on the low. You'll see it when you see it. Keep messing with us, and you'll see it.
Absolutely, And LB, man, your final thoughts?
Oh man, just we'll see what happens today later tonight with the Floyd fight and all the fuckery that goes with that shit. And the shout outs to everybody rocking with us, everybody that tuned in, all the people, engaging us in the conversation and just get some real good, healthy boxing discussion. No dick riding, no bullshit,
Yes.
no hating. Just everybody just coming together, for the love of boxing. So that's what's up. That's the real winner. You already know the site, ringgameradio.com. Top 5 new album coming out in the works. Shit's done. Fuck all that. So it's almost done. So that shit's coming soon.
Coming soon.
Fight Architect. Make sure y'all follow my boy PJ. With all the fight training videos and shit. Shout out to RTDZ, Prolific Genius.
Yes.
My big bro Clanarchy in the UK.
Yes.
Best fucking producer in the game. The Soulful Production. Y'all
Shout out
niggas
them
don't
soul niggas. Shout out them soul niggas out there. All you soul niggas.
Yes, but that soulful shit. I mean, that prime Kanye Just Blaze shit, like them AZ album type beats. That soulful shit, like the shit you hear in the damn background music. The reason why you can listen to our podcast anything, because them fucking beats in the background just thumping and just nice.
Absolutely.
So we a whole team. So just shout out everybody. Uppercut season available right now everywhere. Everything do what it do. Cartoon on the way. You want to see a clip? Follow me on Soul Wars IG. But yeah, that episode 3 is amazing. Prolific finishing that shit up now. The fights, the animation, like it's next level shit. Like I'm telling you, no one's doing what Ring Gang does. It's just too much content and talent over.
Yeah.
Like it's just no one's fucking with us, man. Just giving you everything. So stay tuned. That's all I got to say.
Definitely, and then I definitely want to shout out, everyone who was in our comments today, participating, answering questions, engaging, man. Salute to y'all, man. Like I said, all of you guys, obviously, I think we're subbed on everyone's channel that commented, and definitely fucking with y'all content. You fuck with us, we fuck with y'all, and your content's all on point. Like I said, because we need more channels to be on that wavelength, you know what I'm saying? Just that just all this one is just keep it real out there, you know what I mean? So
yeah, because at the end of the day, we want the sport to grow, man, and everybody can do their part.
Right. Speaking of which, let's shout out, Father's Day coming up soon, nigga. Let's shout out all the single fathers. Y'all niggas doing y'all thing. Shout out the boxing dads, raising young Ryan Garcias, nigga. Keep doing your thing.
I don't know if that's the best example of.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to, raise no guys that's gonna, scream mental health every time life get tough. I mean, they get a tough opponent. But yeah, shout outs to all the, raising all the Danny Garcias, the damn Zab Judas, and fucking all the other boxing, families and shit.
Yes, sir.
The Haneys and who else, like the father, the Furies, all of them, man. You know what I mean? But that's what's up, man. I fuck with Father's Day heavy. So shout out to all the boxing fathers, Shout out to Rome because he's been mentioning that shit.
Yeah, salute to Rome about that, and then also, like I said, as I always say, man, we see, subscribe to everything. Our YouTube, go to our website, hit the Patreon if you're feeling hospitable and charitable, and all the other edibles out there, and our Podomatic, our Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're on a lot of different things, man. Just something fuck with us, especially our YouTube, man. Like you see a video, man, you listen to that video, you're like, damn, them niggas spitting, or you just leave a comment. Or you share it among your own social media platforms. Tell your friends about us, and then so your friends can subscribe. So your friends can subscribe to us, and then we can all be friends. That's how it goes. That's the circle of life. But yeah, like I said, we do this for y'all. Like we love talking about boxing. We love talking about other things about boxing. We love talking. We love engaging. So that's what social media is, and that's what we like to do. So that's all I got to say, man. So Rome, keep your fucking video turned off too before I say this. So for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative for King P Bodega P, for Conscious Pilot, elevating, and for this nigga Rome, who irritates me. You know, that's my dude. You know, Chicago win, but this nigga irritates me because he can't he don't know how to behave himself. You know, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk. Where as always, shit's real. We talk about it. So until next time, peace.